At the age of 47, Judy Brown was bent over in unbearable pain as stabbing sensations shot through her stomach. And as the pains became unbearable, she was quickly taken to the hospital. But when doctors discovered the cause of the abdominal pain, this couple's world was turned completely upside down. Hello, wonderful people. I'm Scott Leffler for WonderBot. And here is, this woman found out she was pregnant just 1 hour before having her baby. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos. The pair had never dreamed that what unfolded could happen to them. After 22 years of marriage, they thought they knew how their lives would pan out. And yet they both agreed that despite the suffering Judy went through, their experience inside the hospital changed everything for the better. The Browns from Beverly, Massachusetts met and fell in love during their 20s and tied the knot 23 years ago. And although the pair had never had children, they'd believed that if it was meant to be, it would happen. Like any happy couple, they simply enjoyed spending time with their friends and family and looked forward to growing old together. When Judy's stomach began to show signs of swelling and pain, she initially ignored the symptoms. As a woman in her 40s, she didn't believe that the bodily changes were out of the ordinary, but her husband had noticed a difference in his wife. He admitted that the pair were confused by the symptoms. "We thought it was kind of weird, but we didn't think anything of it," he told Inside Edition. As time went by, however, Judy's stomach continued to bloat. And after months of speculation, Judy became convinced that she was going through menopause. The firmness of her stomach led to greater confusion, and the couple began to think that it was possible Judy actually had gallstones instead. For a start, the painful nature of gallstones seemed to match her symptoms. But in fact, the true reason for the changes to Judy's body had never even crossed their minds. But one morning, the agonizing abdominal pains left Judy in no doubt about what she must do. She needed medical attention immediately. If this was menopause or gallstones, then she needed doctors to take over her care. However, the couple would soon learn that their home diagnosis had been completely wrong. When Judy arrived at Beverly Hospital in Massachusetts, she explained to staff that she believed she had gallstones or a massive blockage in her digestive system. And as she anxiously awaited the results of her examination, she continued to experience stabbing pains in her stomach. Doctors, meanwhile, were shocked to discover the cause of her pain and rushed to tell her the news. Eventually, medical staff broke the incredible news that the couple were actually expecting a baby. Yes, Judy had nurtured a growing child for 9 months without even realizing it. What's more, her swelling stomach would soon provide the couple with their first child. Judy told WCVB how doctors had revealed all, telling her, "It's good news. You don't have any blockages or anything. You're pregnant, and you're going to have her now." And so the pain was not caused by gallstones, but by a baby. Furthermore, Judy was not only pregnant, but going into labor. And so the shocked mom-to-be was rushed to the labor room. Moreover, as it turned out, the pair were just 1 hour away from meeting the newest addition to their family. Consequently, instead of beginning menopause, Judy was now preparing to enter motherhood. Despite the fact that at 47 years old, Judy and her husband had believed that their chances of becoming parents had passed them by. And yet, here we are, in the delivery room surrounded by midwives. Happily, Judy gave birth to a strong little girl, weighing in at 8 pounds and 2 ounces. As for Jason, he went into hospital fearful for his wife's health and came out cradling his little girl in his arms. "To understand and take in that I was pregnant and was about to go into labor, it was very overwhelming," she told ABC News. Meanwhile, the couple decided to name their little miracle Carolyn Rose after both their mothers, and she quickly became Daddy's little girl. The dedicated father is always by her side. "When she cries, I'm there," he said. News quickly spread about the miracle delivery of the baby Carolyn Rose. Well-wishers flooded the hospital, and plans were put in place for their return home. Because as they hadn't realized they were pregnant, the couple hadn't even bought a cradle for their child. Strollers, prams, and bottles were all gathered with the help of some selfless locals. Everyone wanted to support this new family as they cared for little Carolyn Rose, but people were also shocked that the couple had not spotted the symptoms earlier. Incredibly, Judy's body had been preparing for her to become a mom without her even realizing, but now her maternal instincts were definitely kicking in. In the hospital, the new mom totally embraced motherhood as her husband cuddled her new bundle of joy. After hearing about the couple's extraordinary story, gynecologist and obstetrician Dr. Kimberly Gessie decided to get in touch. She told ABC News, "People don't know sometimes, or they're in denial about it, and denial can be pretty strong." Moreover, Dr. Gessie, who works at University Hospital's Case Medical Center in Cleveland, added that while unlikely, it's not unheard of that people reach the final stages of pregnancy with no idea that they're expecting. However, the Browns intend on keeping their family to just 3 members, because despite his delight, surprise, and joy, Gary admitted that a vasectomy was in the cards. The surgery would take place before another baby could be conceived, he told WCVB. Once back home, the mature parents set about adapting their home for the new arrival. Never did they think they'd become happier in their late 40s. But now it was happening, they couldn't be happier. The miracle of a baby is undoubtedly a special time for any household, and the Browns had no idea how much their lives would change after checking into the hospital. But they're thankful every day for having baby Carolyn Rose in their life.